Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. If it is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Palisa Matamela and it is an honor to have you in my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and I hope those who are new will be our new subscribers. So today I'll be giving you guys a life update. I was, puzzled a bit because I'm just like, what am I going to call this? But this is just a life update. I have been out of YouTube for like 3 months now, and yeah, this is just to catch up and for you guys to know what has been happening. So the thing is that I've been recording videos that would be released like not same time. So I think the videos that are 3 months old, probably I recorded them 5 months back, you know. So yeah. So my life updates will be from probably 5 months back rather than the 3 months that you guys didn't see the space. But also for you to know properly, you would need to like go back to my previous videos, right? So I took a gap year last year, yes, 2022. um I was upgrading my matric. um Prior that year I was in matric, obviously, and not obviously because probably people don't know, but yeah, I was in matric and matric didn't go well with me. I did pass, however it didn't go well with me. I had brain exhaust. I was struggling. It was going shukukuku mentally, and I had to like have go to a psychiatrist and go to a psychologist, and it was just a mess. And part of those reasons were things that were happening at home, and part of those reasons were really matric pressure. And going into 2022, there is now no matric pressure. Number one, number two, um, I was thinking that me upgrading would be easy, because there is no longer matric pressure. But however, um, for some reason, there is this fab fab match paper, that they make us upgrade with, of which I don't know, but still mentally I was still not okay, and it I don't know how I thought it would make a difference because I was still in the same environment that I was in last year. Last year meaning 2021, you know. So meaning the things that were triggering me were still things that would trigger me. And also I also found new triggers, because of that whole situation. So yeah. However, I wrote my supplementary. I don't even want to. I rewrote, yeah, my rewrite exams, because I think there's a difference between a rewrite and a supplement. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, I then rewrote like two subjects and then waited for the results. I think the results came. When did they come? Was it June or was it after June? I remember fetching the results with my mom, and I literally dropped. My marks dropped. Um, and it was very, very hard to be at home, and I think by the time I was very hurtful of being at home. And I was just like, Darker Blue, I need to go to university next year. I need a new environment. I need a proper like mental health care, because public public mental public health cares are not like they I don't want to say they're nonsense, but yeah, they're not good. Because you would only get a therapy session probably once a month. And should it be that you get that session once a month, then you would have to reflect on what was happening to you 28 days ago, and you would have to like reflect on what was happening to you the like 28 days ago, which is honestly, if like for instance, there were a lot of things that were happening in my life, and probably in a day, I don't know how many emotions I'd go through. And I was like, for someone who's really struggling, or who rather was really struggling, because I'm not now, mentally, I didn't find it like helping. I did try to negotiate with my psychologist because I have a history with psychologists. I think I'll probably share that also in another video. Because I think I need to come here and be blunt. It's not easy to get mental health care. Yes, we promote mental health and we want people to get mental health care. However, if you're not privileged and if you can't pay, literally it is almost impossible for you to get proper mental health care. However, I did tell my psychologist my concerns, and also because of the things that have been happening with, like, I've went to many psychologists, yeah, because of that also. And I explained to her on how hard was it for me to even find one, and as someone who wanted to be well, and as someone who wanted to take care of their mental health and trying to find the right ways, but having the frustration of not getting it, and then she tried to probably slot me in probably twice a month, sometimes 3 times a month. And yeah, it was better, but also there's another thing. It depends also with the psychologist that you're in and what they are giving you, you know like, I think with her, having to eliminate the fact that we are we are seeing each other more often, it was, but when I'm here, what are you giving me? What are the tools that you're giving me? Because the truth is, not every psychologist is good, I'm not trying to discourage you guys. I need you to tell you the truth, because some people go to these, I'm seeking for my mental health, and I'm going to a psychologist or a psychiatrist and finding out that they're bad, and then they stop. However, it didn't like discourage me, and I think also I had to use what I had her. um so for that entire year, um yeah I yeah I think I started going to her from like Easter last year until this year early. Then yeah then it kind of helped because I was hid, but that was the only thing that I benefited from it anyway. So I knew that, backtrack to when I got my results, I knew that I had to go, for a new environment and for me to heal. I like It's hard for you to heal while you're coping, you know. What I mean by that is, if you're in an environment that you need to cope with the people around you, because we need to remember, like, okay, for instance, I'll just talk for myself, you know. I've been raised in a household where there are traditions of which, like, when you look at them, they are toxic, when you look at them, in hindsight. But because of it's what has worked in the previous generations and it's what has been kept, um, then assumption is this is how we raise our children, and this is fine. And I don't blame my parents, and I don't blame my grandparents, or like my guidance and whatever, because that's how they've been raised. However, I had to make sure that I understand what that meant for me, and how much some of those things broke me, and also learn how to cope in that environment, and also try to heal, you know, because it's two things now. You're coping, you're healing, which is not really easy. And I knew that for me to like heal and not cope, or rather heal only, I will have to move. And I can't afford to just say I'm going to rent out. I need to go to school. I need to really go way away, if that makes sense. And then I need to because the truth about universities, you really find psychologists, um, and you can get sessions up to whatever time you want, you know. They are really accessible and it's easy to find. Then I was like, okay, then I know that's how we'll get good mental health care. And sorry, I just had to check that it's recording. Then yeah, also a new environment because being raised in like same place, you know. Yes, my high school was kind of in a different place, but consuming the same environment will it just makes you even think the world is what you see, you know. And I was like, okay, then I need a new environment. Then I was like, okay, I'll apply for things that I qualify for, because I really need to leave, you know. And um yeah, and waking up in the morning and doing nothing didn't it also demotivated me. So I did apply, and um I had a conversation with God, and we spoke, and and I got to also understand how much that meant for me just to move, you know. And then like, let's say January came. And I started asking, when are when are they really accepting? They're like, okay, you need to wait for the matric results of other kids so that that's when they accept people. And then I waited, you know. God was showing me so many visions about um me going into a particular university, and how unusual that would be, you know. So I literally, okay, waited. I think one of my, in that particular university, um one of the courses that I applied for was saying waiting for decision. Two of them was, it said program full, something like that. And then others were like, we don't meet the requirements, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. So what normally happens is that if the programs are full, you come inquire and get programs and see if you can get any programs that are not full. And then waiting for decision means really you're waiting for decision, you know. And orientation week came, and my the statuses of applications were still the same, and I'm just like, I really need to make sure that I get this. And God, there is no way that you can show me so much things and so many visions, and it's not happening, you know. um yeah. Then i then we went. Then I was like, to my mom, we need to go to the university. And there's just a lot of things that were happening there, because there were strikes. So I think after the orientation week, there was a strike for a week. Then after, like, you know, where when there is no hope, when people are just like, no, we are in week one or we are in week two. I can't even remember. And I'm just like, mm, we need to go inquire. And then we went. Um, um, so yeah, why am I not even saying the university, Durban University of Technology? Then we had to just go, which is from Gauteng to Durban. You are really taking a risk for you to just go and inquire. And it was like, because I know what you said to me, Lord, I'm gonna take all my things. I took I took my clothes, I took everything, and I was like, I am not leaving Durban without a school. And then we went and inquired. I remember um getting into the first campus that we went to. I think it was early in the morning. I think it was around 6 a.m. Um, just, yeah, just after ibhasi lilenda. Lilenda ibhasi lifika ke. So I then I then was like, okay, this is why I came. And the securities were like, hey, sisicalile ukufundwa, you know. And I'm just like, okay, but they're like, oh, but wait, there's this guy, he will give you all the information on what to do. Then I waited. Um, Me waiting, I think I waited from that 6 a.m. until like probably 9, 10, and then he came. Eventually he came. And then he was like, where have you been? Why didn't you come early? And mind you, for the thing that I was inquiring, it was the one that was saying waiting for decision. I'm just like, but there's you guys didn't say anything. You just said waiting for decision. So I am waiting. And he was like, no, man, come. Um, you will write a test, and then you will go to an interview. Should you go through to the next phase, you will do a practical, and then they will decide if they take you or not. And I was like, okay, I don't have any point of contact with this course, right? Remember, I'm like applying for things that I qualify for, and it's not necessarily something that I like. I need to be very blunt about that. So I'm just like, oh, and also it's in the art, and I used to draw a person with sticks. I'll just display the picture anyway. I used to, that was me. So this test requires you to draw like your, I think I'll just also plug the things because I don't know the English words. And I'm just like, okay, still recording, nice. So I'm just like, okay. And then I was like, let me try, and I did. But I don't wanna lie, those drawings were very bad. And but then also it was not just drawings; there were other questions, and I made sure that on those questions I really attain the like attain good marks in that. And then after that time passed, then they called me for an interview same day. Not yeah, same literally after that exam you just go to those lectures and then you speak to them. Nice two ladies, yeah, nice two ladies also from Joburg. Like the interview was very chilled, and I think also God prepares you for things because I remember prior that December I went to a job interview. So you understand. So when you prepare for a job interview, you understand what they require. You understand when they say, "Tell me about yourself," that you don't really talk about things that have nothing to do with the job. So I understood that with that course, can't really talk about anything that has to do with my passions. I need to talk about art, and I did that. Um, and the interview was successful. Then they were like, okay, you can do the practical, and they showed me, yeah, the things there, and then I did the practical. Then they were like, should we take you? We'll call you next week Thursday. Me going there was a Thursday, so it meant that I decide whether I stay there for another week, um, in faith, or I leave, and wait for their call while at home. Um, and then yeah, then I left. Then I went to inquire on other campuses, and literally I didn't find anything. So I'm just like, oh sorry. Then I'm just like, okay. And I remember we were panicking with my mom, and we were trying to also find other institutions because there were other institutions that were still taking applications. And I remember God saying, but my blessing is not in other institutions, it's here. And I'm just like, do you, dude, do you understand that these people are saying they will um respond next week Thursday? One, two, in them responding next week Thursday, there are 50 other people that they will need to interview, and there are only 4 spaces available. And then we stayed, and I think Um, yeah, that was just another leap of faith. That was walking in the water. I was Peter. And then, come that Thursday, they didn't call me, guys. They didn't call me. Um, and now, obviously, we are staying in a hotel. We need to vibe. You can't just be booking days and you don't understand what is happening. And then I remember the following day on a Friday, we packed our bags, we need to leave. Um, and I then I then said to my mom, let's go back and tell them that we are leaving. My faith, guys. And like, let's go back and tell them that we are leaving. So in case they were not done responding to people, and they respond to me, um, I need to understand what is happening today because I am leaving, you know. And we went back. Um, and then they were like, oh, the thing is that we respond to people and people don't have money for registration. We're like, okay. And oh, we met another guy now. And he was like, oh, you know what? These people. Oh, he asked us where we live, and then we told him, and he also knows he's also from Joburg. I don't know if that worked. However, then he was like, no, um, we will write you an acceptance letter. You really stay far. Should it be that there's still spaces? He asked some guy to like check, the same guy that took me to an interview to check if there's still spaces. And then they found out there's still spaces. They're just like, no, um, just go to the main campus and we will send your acceptance letter to that office. So, and they were like, and you have to do it today, bruh, because the registrations are closing today. And it's just like, okay, let's go. Um, yeah. Luckily, we had the money and to pay for the registration, and that's really how I got accepted to that university, or to the University of Technology, under the faculty. Oh my goodness! Sorry, me moving this thing is moving my mic. Um, Under the Faculty of Art and Design, course Jewelry Design and Manufacture. And then, hopefully this thing, yeah, Vagala. I should stop doing this. Okay, and so that's when then after registering, we paid for the night again in the hotel. Then we looked for places for me to leave to stay for that thing until I find residence, or rather, yeah, school residence. And then, then I started school. Stayed in that place. And then, I didn't have a phone to even film. Oh, but I had vlogs for. Yo, guys, I don't think we'll find those vlogs again, hey? But I will try. I was vlogging the me going to the campus, and like that process of me finding school, I did vlog it. I'm not sure if, because that phone got lost, they stole it in Durban. Yeah, they stole it in Durban. So I'm not sure if I can still find those videos. Maybe via backup if I use my mom's email, because that was my mom's phone. Um, so yeah. Hopefully I will find and maybe like show you clips. If not, then there's nothing I can do. And then obviously when they stole that phone, I didn't have a phone to even like do YouTube. Um, and yeah, then I only got this phone. I'm not sure when. I can't remember. So, but yeah, I think I've been now fully wanting to come back to YouTube now. Besides the phone thing, because also I was recovering mentally. So I remember I had to stop medication like the beginning of the year. So me stopping the medication, I was very forgetful. So I'd like probably say something and forget it immediately. So filming was not an option. Yeah. So I am back and yeah, I'm back. I think I'm back in normal. When did I upload Konje? Every after 2 weeks. On a, was it a Friday? Yeah, I think it was a Friday. I'm not sure though. And I'm just thinking if Friday is good. I think let's do Wednesdays. So every after 2 weeks. So every fortnight on a Wednesday, I will be releasing videos. And also, yeah, it literally when my phone vibrates, I'm just thinking, okay. Also, I do certain content on TikTok. So I think it's the same handle, Navigating Life with Bali, um, or at Sunflower Bali, and it's also my handle on Instagram, at Sunflower Bali. No, Sunflower Bali underscore. That's for Instagram. So yeah, if you got to this far in this video, definitely you love me. And so please be sure to subscribe, to like, to comment, and yeah, till the next video. Bye guys.